Okie dokie. What's up, everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool live stream today. We're back in the Planet Coaster Silver Dollar City recreation, and I know a lot of people, this is a lot of fan favorites, so of course we're going to be back into it. We do it every Monday. We've been working on this pretty much every Monday, and I pretty much got a new setup now. You may have probably did notice, but that's my vacuum cleaner in the background. I should probably get rid of that because I'm in a remodeling kind of situation here of the entire office back here. Okay, we're in kind of a remodel. Okay, we painted the walls. The walls are now gray instead of that crappy yellow wallpaper that used to be in the background. I took down all of my sound panels, so it might be a little more echoey at the moment. I'll try and work on that eventually. But yeah, let's see why my desktop audio is not. Oh, it is now. There it is. There it is. For some reason, it's kind of glitched out. But anyways, yeah, we're working on a new setup. I got walls painted, and everything's gonna look a lot nicer in here. Gonna look cooler, but still a work in progress. And nonetheless, did it last Tuesday. That's why there was not a Twitch stream last Tuesday because of that. But anyways, we're back into it. Today we're gonna go back to our favorite area, and that is Midtown. Today I'm gonna try and attempt. We're gonna try and attempt to get the stairway looking nice and looking like it should, and we're also gonna try, as long as I got the footage, and I'm sure there's a lot of stuff online and references I can use. We're gonna try and get the start of Grandfather's Mansion today here in Midtown. So I'm gonna try and build up some of this area. Because we have some work to do. Yes, we do. And I can't believe I'm still getting over 40 frames a second in this build. It's just crazy. Just crazy. Just absolute crazy. So, we are going to get to it, of course. So, yeah, let's go over the overview. Once we get Midtown going here, once we get it more finished up, because, again, this is one of the most underdeveloped areas, and that's why we've been working on it the last few weeks. To get that in there. So once we get this underdeveloped area more developed, of course we're going to have to work on Rivertown or / Riverfront. Some people still call it Riverfront. I think it's still Riverfront, but they call it Rivertown ever since they put Mystic in. This area is very much underdeveloped with Fireman's Landing and such. We got to develop it and this path. So that's the other underdeveloped area. And that's basically it. Those are the two most underdeveloped areas so far, and that's what we've been what I want to be working on. And of course, the other half of the square we haven't really worked on either. So there's that as well. Of course, we got to finish up Mystic and its area, but that shouldn't be too terribly hard. Of course, the most completed area is Outlaw Run's area. There's still a few things I still got to do in there, but not too many. It's basically done for the most part. So, but yeah, it's basically the section we don't have to worry about as much because it's basically done, almost basically done. Firing the hole, I do need to work a little bit on the inside of it, and I want to get this finished before it's not there anymore in real life. Of course, I'm going to still keep it. Even when it is deleted. I mean, still, it's classic fire in the hole. We do need to work on powder keg too. The ride itself is done, but we need to work on like the queue, the building or the station, and all that fun stuff for all it as well. Look at that waterfall going over there. Wildfire is another underdeveloped section too. I haven't done any of its queue line or anything. I just kind of started on it a little bit. Didn't really do much. I just kind of started on it, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And the entrance area, not much to do over here. There's probably a couple minor things I could do as well, because OMP also is going to be there at the same time. But welcome to the stream, guys. If you're just joining, hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. A little bit of earlier start today because I'm not making any promises, but I'd like to maybe do a longer stream today and actually get a lot more done than I usually would for a stream, you know. Usually we do about 2 hours or so, but today I'm kind of looking forward to maybe doing a lot more, but we'll see. We'll see how that develops. I never make promises because I know I'm not good at keeping promises when it comes to that sort of stuff. So I decided to stop promising. You know, that's the best thing to do. Of course, we have Grand Expo too, so we still have a lot to in our hands here to complete. But without further ado, let's get our references up. Because I got some good shots of these stairs. I don't think I need to change the path the way they are right now. I think I just need to go in and make the scenery around and make them actually look like what they're supposed to. So let's go ahead and let me find my references for that. I have a couple of videos that I used for this. So let me see. Can I turn this sideways? What? It must be locked. Yep, unlocked. There we go. There we go. Alright, so looking at the stairways here in a second on my reference video. I actually took a video this time for these last times to get this going, so. But yeah, our point of interest are these stairs and potentially getting started on grandfather's mansion, so. I took 2 videos, so I need to make sure which one is the video to go with it. I have 2 videos. Alright, I'm actually walking up the stairs in this one. Right there might be our money shot. Pause. There's a point where I turn around and I get a pretty good shot of it. And I see a couple issues that I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fix or not, but one of the first things is that this stairway coming down here, it goes down and then there's another couple steps going down as well. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that well. This one's just fine, but these, we're going to try. Undo button's going to be our friend here, just in case, because I don't know if I can do that without deleting that entire segment. That's the thing. That's tough. Because again, if I delete that, it's going to delete this entire segment of path. And we don't really want to do that. I mean, I could redo it and figure it out, but I really don't want to have to. And it's literally like 2 or 3 steps too. Like it's all right, let's try. See if I delete this, it is that entire thing right there. There's really no other way to do it either. Like, all that path gone. Like, we would have to completely redo that entire thing. It could be worth it though. Hopefully I have enough way to undo things that I could bring it back if needed. So there's a little trick here. Because you know how steps are actually kind of hard to deal with. In case you guys didn't know, take a shop here. The best way to do this to get short steps. Let's say you just need a couple steps like that. Take a shop. And this can be kind of tricky sometimes to even get to work, but take a little shop here, and then you kind of put it where you want. You want to make it steep enough so there are steps. So we'll go about, that actually looks pretty good right there. And sometimes it deletes the steps after you delete it, but this time it didn't. Sweet. That's what we want. We're going to do that. And we want lowest amount of width. And why do I have curved slopes? We don't want curved slopes. That's supposed to be steps as well. So to fix this, we're literally gonna have to do another shop. Probably gonna have to delete that because that's probably not gonna work properly. Dang it. And the way we can get steps is you have to make it to where it's steep enough here, you see? Just see how that works. And we can make that look as best as we can later on. So we're gonna have to delete that. And there we have it. We have our steps the way we need. That's actually how I need it, so sweet. All right. Now I've got to, unfortunately, go about trying to figure out how to get this path back in here. Turn off angle snap. And what we're gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to probably, I don't know why I won't let me place that there. I'm probably gonna have to do one big path here. Is it because of these? It's probably because of these. I hate that I have to completely redo the path here. It's kind of poopy, but gotta do what we have to do. I don't know why this won't let me place this. What's obstructing it? There's nothing there to obstruct it. Oh, there's a piece of path right there. That's why. That's why I figured it out. Don't worry, guys. I got this. So we're going to place this right there. We're probably going to make this path go up and connect with this one over here. This is probably the easiest way. It will probably be a lot cleaner, too, than the way that we previously had it. So if we go around and connect it with this path, and then these guys can connect with it, and then we can have it branch off over there. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. This will actually not be too bad. I was expecting this to turn out a lot worse, but yeah. Wish my screen would stay on. And then what we can do is we're gonna connect you with there. Connect you here. And then let's see if we can push this pathway up here. So we're just gonna try and push it up by using our path smoothing tool, path smoothing method here. And try and push this up. We want to select all that. There we go. Push it up, push it up, push it up. Way up. Ah, don't do it. Don't stop on me right there. It's gonna try and stop on me. It's trying to stop on me. I need more. We need more. Give us more. Our next option is to actually maybe use thicker paths for this. And this might actually be a better option. And actually kind of do this direction, go with this direction, and then whoop. Yeah, you guys smooth out together. There you go. I need you to smooth out over here with this one. Alright, I thought this was going to be a bigger nightmare than what it has been so far. I think we're doing pretty good, actually. Like, all things considered, this is turned out a lot easier. A lot easier than I thought it was going to. Alright, let's delete this path because we're going to want it to head this way. Connect with that little back area. Leave some flexibility in case we do need to change that up a bit. Let's try and do that. We might do a curb there to help make that better. Okay, cool. And then let's see if we can flawlessly connect you together. Oops. No, don't delete that. Delete that. Oh, poop. You're not doing what I want you to. Sometimes it doesn't always work. Which is a shame. But that's okay. We can just cover that up with tape not a big deal, since we have all this black path. And this is all going to be about to be, this is about to all be covered up anyways, so. Not big, not a big problem. I remember I made a small piece. Did I put it over here? I think I set a piece over here. There's a small piece that I created for this custom curb that I made. Or did I just only place it here? Because that would kind of suck. I mean, I can easily remake it again, but did I really make this all part of one building? Did I really do that? I guess I did. Okay. So, new plan. Let's take one of these. I'm going to have to make a new one here. And I might try to... basically, what I want to do is have a smaller piece to make it easier to curve for when we want to curve. Do a recreation of Dollywood. I actually do want to do a recreation of Dollywood, and that is actually the plans for if Planet Coaster 2 comes out. That is actually what I want to do, is make Dollywood. Dollywood's going to be my big project for Planet Coaster 2. Because I think by the time Planet Coaster 2 will come out, I think I'll finally maybe have this one done. Maybe. Alright, let's raise this up a little bit. It actually does come down. Kind of like that a little bit. It actually does look like kind of like that, which is good. This is kind of rounded around here, and then we're going to use the mulch to our advantage, then we're going to create a wall going up to the steps. Ba-da-bum-bum. And then if there's anything left over here, we can literally just use the pavement terrain tool. I need to still change that. I think I'm gonna change that here. Actually, maybe in this episode, because I keep forgetting to change the terrain. There's a asphalt that actually works better. It didn't exist when I started this, so it actually blends in almost perfectly, flawlessly with this pavement that we're going to use as a path cover. And I use it, and my plan is to use that, so. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, this isn't like perfectly straightened or anything, which is fine, because that is what we actually want. Because it's going to kind of curve around into over here. But yes, I do want to do Dollywood. Dollywood is on my list of recreations. So, but first, I don't want to overwhelm myself with recreations, and I'm definitely going to want to try. My goal is to get Silver Dollar City done first. So that's why we're working on it more than we used to, because I want to actually get this done. And then if I get this done, if Planet Coaster 2 for some reason doesn't become a thing, which I truly think it will be a thing, but for some reason it doesn't. For some reason it doesn't. I'll definitely make that my next recreation. I would hate to get started on it and then Planet Coaster 2 come out, you know? That's the thing. That's what I don't want to happen. Alright, we should be able to use a wall piece here. There is, let's see, there's theme makers toolkit items that actually have some cool looking walls. That might actually work for this property. That's a plaster wall. Like these guys. They're kind of these tiled ones. Maybe not that one, but this one, no. Maybe this one. Okay, so this is actually a wall piece, so they didn't make it to where you could put it anywhere, which is kind of a downside, because I won't be able to rotate it at all. Debating whether to use this, or just to use, like, my brickwork, or rockworks, or a different wall, even. I mean, could we make this work? Maybe, but there's no like angled pieces to work around with. It's actually would be a lot better. Would be this one if I was to go this route. Let's try this one. Let's see what we can do. I have to obviously adjust that. where it's sitting. Oh gosh, look at those fighting textures. I wrote it already. Hang on here. Gonna kind of do that. Let's go in here and see if maybe we can somehow get rid of this fighting texture. Because obviously we don't want those. Stop changing those on me. Stop changing. I always want those all the way down so I have nice precision of where I place these. Alright, the only way we're going to be able to do this is split it from the building and push it forward ever so slightly. Or back, one of the two. Like so. Look, blends in perfectly. Perfect! Look at that. No fighting textures. It's all perfection. As for the rest of this, we could probably go in and just use this to blend it with it. That's going to be probably our best idea. Someone should recreate with no TMT. See, the Theme Maker's Toolkit makes it so much better, though. See, people don't like Theme Maker's Toolkit because they think it slows down their game. I've never, since they updated it, at first, yes, it slowed it was so slow, but I've never had it slow down my gameplay at all, whatsoever. So that's the main reason why some people don't use it. But I'm like, I've never had that issue since. So I don't know if people just gave up on it and said, oh, it slows it down. And, well, since the update, you know, it's... Well, like, again, as it hasn't been updated in a long time, but when they did update it, towards the end, when they stopped updating, it made it to a more playable state. So I have a ton of toolkit items in my library, and I have no issues. I don't know if it's the same for everyone. Maybe it's just because I have a high-end PC. I don't know, but I just think it adds so much, you know. And when I download a park, I know it's kind of like, oh, I got to download all these toolkit items, you know. You know, you can always delete them afterwards. You know, it just makes it that. I think it's worth it. Just my opinion. I can understand, but I just think it's worth it. Of course, these autosaves suck. Come on, autosave. Can't believe it's already been 30 minutes since I've had this opened. Jeez. And again, what would we do without autosave, right? I hate that this curb is going to be here, though. That's going to drive me nuts. That's one thing I wish on elevated paths, we had the option to get rid of the curb. Because even if you have the curb turned off, it still shows up on elevated paths. Like, why? Why? I wanted it turned off because I want to make my own custom curbs, okay? So why would you do that? Why are you doing that to me, bruh? What's up, Custard Cream? How's it going? Someone recreate download with no TMTK. See, I'm just curious. What's the big deal with TMTK? Why do people hate it? Like, why do people say don't do something without Theme Maker's Toolkit? Just curious. Like I'm not angry. I'm just genuinely curious why people would want them not to do it with Theme Maker's Toolkit. Because I love the Theme Maker's Toolkit. I was so happy when they announced it. And I was a little upset when it was a little unstable when it first came out, but it got so much better. I might do this whole wall with just this, that way it matches. That's kind of my thinking here, though. But I'm genuinely curious. Most people say it's because it slows their game down. Again, oh, you're on console. That's why. But there's no way you can do a recreation on console. Like, I hate to say it. Like, since if I was to do a recreation on PC with no Theme Maker's Toolkit, you can't get it because you're on console. You have to use the PC version because it's on the Steam Workshop. It's two different workshops. So there's no way you can do that recreation on console. There's no way with the limits, the build limit. There's no way you're going to be able to. And if you did, it wouldn't be that good, because you would have to limit. You'd have to cut corners in so many areas, because you'd have to limit how many pieces you have. So could it be possible? It could be possible, but it's not going to be a great recreation. I mean, if someone could pull it off, kudos to them, but I just don't think it's going to be real possible, unless you did bare minimum on your buildings, didn't do detailing. It would be a very just low detailed version of the park. I'm all for someone attempting it, though. Like, if someone could attempt it. I mean, I have the console version. Maybe that could be a tiny project. What's up, Brett? Maybe that could be a tiny project of, like, trying to build a recreation with that build limit. That could be a challenge, though. Like, you'd definitely want to make sure you're on next-gen consoles like Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5, because you get a little bit more of a build limit. And that's what I have it for PS5, so I might try that in a video. Maybe I'll go on my PlayStation 5 and try and do a recreation with that build limit. Because you're going to have to make your buildings very uninspired. Ain't no way you're getting any custom supports in there. You might be able to put a few if you're lucky, but you're just going to be pads, bare buildings. You might be able to do a little bit. Hey, Steve's on here too, and a little bit, So, what do you guys think? Should I keep this up here and try and blend this together, or should I just use all the same? We're going to cover it up with wall climbers, so. You're on PS4. I feel the struggle. I was lucky enough to get a PS5. It took me a month of trying, though. That'd even be even more of a challenge, because there's even less of a build limit on last gen, so. But I can understand theme makers. I wish there was somehow, like, the theme maker's toolkit could be translated over to consoles. Here, let me get rid of that fighting texture too. Boom, gone. Just kind of sucks, Bum 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 bum. Alright, we're gonna do this stairway. We gotta do, like, our handrails and such too. That's gonna be interesting. Are those angled? They might be angled, but I'm not sure. Let's probably should do it angled. Like, angle it with the stairway here. Should I do a recreation of Holiday World or Silver Award? Sure, yeah. Like, doing some smaller parks is definitely a good place to start. I would say go for it. Holiday World would probably not be too hard. I was gonna say, if you are gonna do a recreation on console, try and do a park that's actually relatively small. And Silver Dollar City used to be kind of a small park, but it's kind of grown into something much bigger now, so it's been a lot more difficult. A lot more difficult, especially if you're doing lots of detailing. Lots and lots of detailing. But, alright, let's build this around. Once we get done with this, we'll put the mulch and stuff in, and then probably do the handrails real quick. I always hate doing handrails. I don't know why I have a thing with, like, the handrails. It's not that hard, but I always find it tedious for some reason. I always found it, for some reason, more tedious than I think. So, what's up, James? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Let's go into toolkit items, and then we're gonna do the mulch pieces here. I wonder if we can use all large pieces. That'd be awesome. We should be able to, because we can hide the excess underneath the underneath there. Should be no problem. Just kind of depends on the curves. As long as we don't have any super sharp curvy curves here, should be good, just like that. Then we have some barrels, and then we also need to add some wall climbers up the little wall here. It's a couple of barrels. There's a post there that I don't know what's on the top of it. I think it might be a lamp. Pretty sure it's a lamp, some sorts illumination, you know. So we want nature wall climbers, and this will hopefully kind of blend everything together a little bit as well. That's what I'm hoping, because got these all along here. There's just tons of vines and such coming off of these. Looking all nature-y and stuff. Let's get some bushes in over here. Let's turn off align to surface, because we don't want that right now. Kind of have like a big bush with like leaves kind of like that. Trying to blend that together and make it look like one big bush. Trying to get like the same bushes in here if I can. Same stuff. Because details. Details. Alright, we're gonna have to go with a barrel. I'm doing awesome, by the way. Thanks for asking. Doing great. Do a couple barrels, because classic Sword Art City theming. Crates and barrels. Except I don't see a crate in this particular planer, which is interesting. How many rides have you built so far? I've built all the major ones already. I haven't gotten everything completely detailed on all of them, but I pretty much got all the rides placed down. Like Outlaw Run, Powder Keg, Wildfire, Time Traveler, Thunderation. All the layouts are done, like all that stuff. So a lot of them still need custom supports. So like Outlaw Run's pretty much done. It's like one of the only ones I've really completed that has custom supports and such. Looking pretty good. Powder Keg has custom supports already. For the most part, there's a couple that I still need to place down, but for the most part, it's done. It just needs like the station building and queue building and all that fun stuff. And then Time Traveler, I haven't done custom supports on it. I've only custom supported the first drop, because I still don't know if I'm going to change some parts of it. So it still needs some custom supporting. I did do a couple supports right here, but that's it. Thunderation, I did do a lot of custom supporting at first, but then I kind of deleted it and then redid some stuff. I'm probably going to redo most of this anyways, but there was a little bit going there, and it hasn't really done anything for it. So Wildfire only custom supported the lift hill so far, and that's about it. But yeah, we got American Plunge over here. We have Mystic River Falls. We've got start of Fireman's Landing, and then the start of Grand Exposition over here. With the Teacups, Grand Expo Coaster, Wave Carousel, Mighty Galleon. All of them. That's the start of Echo Hollow Theater. So yeah, all coming together. And what we've been working on lately is this area in Midtown. So we want to kind of get it going and get it finished. 'Cause I want to get it done. Okay. All right. So where this is, there's actually a big. Let's see if we can. Wall over here for this path that leads to Grandfather's Mansion. I wonder if I can redo this path and make it go over a little bit. I can, okay. Probably replace or change where that path's going off on, because we're going to change that. Probably going to change that later, so. Because its entrance is going to go right over here. And I'm going to try and put some stuff in there so guests will actually walk through it. We're going to try and make it as functional as we can. Because this will be the entrance of Grandfather's Mansion right here. That's the goal for today, again, is try and get started on Grandfather's Mansion and get this going. So, all right, let's see if we can get the handrails going. Let me see if I can figure out what I'm going to do for these handrails. So it's kind of like a wooden handrail, and it's got metal rails on the sides of them. So I haven't really built anything like that before. So let's see how this goes. We could use our toolkit item pieces here to help us out, but it is some pretty thick. I think what we could use is the haunted pillar. Oh wait, no, it's under building, not scenery. Did I spell something wrong? Well, let's just type pillar. Really? Oh, it's haunted house pillar, and it's with an A. Oops. My bad. Sorry, game. I failed you. Ba-da-bum-bum. Alright, so let's get this show on the road. Let's go ahead and place our post points here. This is actually a little bit longer than what it should be at the top here. But due to trying to get stuff to fit together, it's going to have to be like that. I mean, I could move this one over a little bit, but I'm not going to. We're just going to leave it as is. Because I would have to restructure a lot of the path if I was to mess with that. And we're not going to be doing that, so. Like I said, when it comes to recreations like this, you're going to have some slight inaccuracies here and there. It's just going to happen. You know, there's no change in that. It happens. And it's just slight things, like little things like this is longer than real life. So nothing game changing, like game breaking, like that is way off, you know what I mean? Because yeah, this is definitely way too big than what it actually is, but. All right, so I think the toolkit item Q railings are actually going to be our savior here for this. Oh yeah, it's gonna work pretty good. So let's see, let's use this guy. We're gonna align to surface, and we're gonna make him black. Black hand railings. All right, so on the ends we have a curved piece, so that actually will work perfect for us. I don't know if there's an actual hand railing on this piece. I'd assume there is, just because it goes all the way down. Oh, this isn't part of a building. I didn't make these part of a building. They're disconnected from each other. Let's go ahead and make these railings as a group here. Okay, so then we're gonna have to do the sloped sections. Man, I wish I could do the square piece right here, but since the doesn't really work. There we go, and let's do the sloped spots here. Let's go ahead and put our post down. About right there. I want the long one. We want the short one for this. Might have to move this entire thing over because it's a little bit low. when you're trying to line stuff up, a good tip is to make it longer than what it needs to be. Select everything and then just rotate it until it fits instead of trying to estimate it. Just kind of rotate it, and then you can adjust the sizing later. Makes things so much easier, and then I can just boop. Okay, let's go ahead and move all of this over to the edge, because if there's a railing there, we need that railing to be there. I hate those white when those white dots get in the way, because I can't tell if it's where I want it to be connected or not. I have to wait till I place it down. Like, come on, man. Okay. We'll do another post down here. We'll do the curved one. Hopefully we can maybe do the curved one, because it like kind of that's my screen turned off the second there. The curvy curve. Nothing like a curvy curve. But yeah, after we do this, we're going to work on Grandfather's Mansion. Will I have an interior for it? Probably not. It's going to be a little bit too much, because, I mean, I might be able to, maybe later. Like, there's points where I'm like, I probably will do interiors later on some buildings, but I'm not going to do it right away. You know, some buildings probably won't have interiors, but I probably could add interiors later. Maybe. Alright, going back to our Q railings, my idea here was to use these curved ones and go whoop, and whoop, and whoop, and whoop, whoop. We can make that one longer if we need to. What's going on? Wow, why am I freezing? Why am I oh, I'm not freezing. I'm just going crazy. I thought we were freezing. Alright, we're going to rotate this all the way around, just because on the end I do want to do the little curved railing here, like, yeah, that'll be fine. It's all good. That's gonna work. Is it 100% perfect, accurate? You know, probably not. But it works. As long as it works, I'm happy with it, and you're not gonna like immediately. It's one of those things where you're not gonna immediately go, that fence doesn't look anything like that. It's not gonna be one of those. Of course, now that you guys know, you'll probably say that, but that's okay. Bum, bum, bum. But I think it will be just fine. So good thing that we have some of these now, because now we can do a little bit of copying and pasting. That's one thing. Once you get stuff going, what makes it nice is that you can just go and copy and paste some stuff together. You don't have to complete stuff from scratch. You already got some baselines to work with. You already got stuff to work with now. Now that we got stuff to work with, you can just copy and paste it. Paste it all together. Love how the recreation of Outlaw Run looks. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. It's coming together. I'm excited for the Outlaw Run. Or Outlaw Run looks. I'm happy with Outlaw. I'm excited. And I'm glad that you guys are pretty excited as well with me. So. Alright, the only thing we gotta do here is we're gonna kind of reverse everything here, you know? Just kind of flip the script. We want that same angle, but we need it to go the other way. Flip it around. That's how we do it. Just flip it. Flip the script. Oh, wait. I thought I duplicated it. What? Apparently I was just moving it, not duplicating. Apparently. No. Apparently that's what happened there. Get another post over here. Have you ever made custom Six Flags parks? I did start on like a original Six Flags park. I never finished it. I did quite a bit though. A long time ago, I did do one that was an original park that didn't, you know, it wasn't a real park. It didn't exist anywhere in real life. I forgot what I called it. It was like Six Flags something. I still have the save, so I probably could look it up if I wanted to. But my build skills are so much better now, and the building in that park wasn't great, so I probably wouldn't continue it. I'd probably restart if I was to make another Six Flags park. Bum, bum, bum. Ooh, big opportunity here. We can use the curved pole here. Look at this. This is gonna be fancy. Can use it to go into the next section here. Look at that. That's fancy. See how it curves into that 90-degree turn? We like to do things fancy around here. That's not rotated right. There we go. Gosh dang, this is so hard to line up. Another trick you can do, place another one. And then when you reposition it, then you can finally see. See, there's little hacks that you can go through. The only unfortunate thing is Planet Coaster 2 probably won't happen anytime soon. We're probably got another year or two before we can even think about that happening. That's the unfortunate thing. Unfortunately. I have to raise this up so we can match these together. Okay, and I thought this would happen, so to fix it, all we gotta do is take this. Oh my gosh. Are you really gonna do this weird diagonal crap, dude? Come on, why? Why would you do that? Why? Okay, what if I didn't select that one? Okay. That makes no sense, bruh. Why you gotta make it so hard? Hey, what's up, Josh Master? How's it going? this top one, shorten it up a bit. Okay, that side is looking pretty spicy. Doing good. I'm doing good as myself. Thanks for asking. We're just over here doing our thing. Might have to kind of start from this one from kind of the ground up, almost, because I mean we could probably copy some of this over, except that. Let's do a post as well. All right, so this is the inside, so we're gonna want to do this side for this one. I was gonna say the angle's probably different, so we're gonna have to adjust that. So if we take this, as long as it's fairly close, I don't mind eyeballing this because it just needs to be somewhat close. I guess this one needs to be at the bottom of the steps. And we'll extend this out. And then when we build this one, we can do a lot of copy and pasting. There's only 2 posts on this, by the way, too. Right there, right there. Only 2. Okay, so we're gonna probably have to lower these down just a pinch. See, we just gotta adjust. All right, this is one of those tricky parts. We're either gonna have to make it a perfect angle here, or because we don't have any pieces that are that short, so that makes it a little difficult. Because if I go out here, I don't have a piece. That's the one thing I hate about using these pillars. I don't have a piece that can fit there. However, we're gonna try something that might work. We're gonna quickly go to these pieces, and this is about all I'm gonna be able to do. So there's gonna be one spot here that's gonna look kind of off, I guess you could say. And it's not even gonna be like, it's not gonna be off, but it's gonna look slightly different. We're gonna try and match the color as best as we can, but these are a little bit tougher to get the same color. You gotta go really dark. Even all the way dark, it doesn't even, doesn't even look right. But for a piece this short, most people aren't gonna most people probably won't look twice for a piece that small. But of course now you guys are, because you guys just saw me do it, so. So there is that, but it's all right. All right, how's that looking? We still need to put some more stuff in there, like bushes and more foliage, but yeah, it's gonna come along. This is a little bit bigger than, like I said, than what it's supposed to be, but that's okay. I'm not holding my breath over it. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it, you know. There's a few things, there's a few places in the park that's gonna be like that. So we got another autosave. We've been live for almost an hour, jeez. That is bananas, bruh. Absolutely bananas. We've been live for almost an hour. Wait for this autosave to finish up. And wow, that was actually not too bad of an autosave. It's usually worse. Nice. It's like those autosaves usually don't end that quickly. So that's a good win right there. Okay, so I actually think that this wall is up against here, and I don't think there's, let me see if I can go further in the video and see, because I actually go up the steps here. There's actually a tree on the side. That's funny. Yeah, so that wall, you can see that wall, there's a wall there, so there's no railing right there. That's all just a wall right there. So that's what we're gonna go off of. Oh, I just realized that there's a second pillar right there. Or second thing on the railing. I didn't actually notice that until now. So let's go ahead and edit that, because the railings didn't have that either, so. And it was kind of low, kind of like that. There we go. Okay, so there is a wall here, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and edit this. I'm just gonna keep it as one wall, that way we can take care of this. So this is gonna go, let's go, it's actually about the same height as the railing there, at least for this spot. And we're gonna go, let's see, about to the corner here, okay? About to the corner. Let's get rid of our fighting textures. Ain't nobody want fighting textures. Nobody want that. Alright, so let's go ahead and adjust this to where it is flawlessly connected here. And then there's gonna be another wall that has the railing attached to it right over here. That is slightly higher up than this. Gonna connect those nicely. Let's make this one a tad shorter. There we go. Yeah, and then it has, there's a wall over here as well, so I actually don't think there's railing here, now that I think about it, in this corner. So we might have to take down that railing. I think it's just on the steps, so, because there's actually some rock walls here that serves as that barrier. So this wall is going to go and continue this way. That's going to lead us to the, because down here you're going to have the exit of Grandfather's Mansion. So we don't want to miss out on that. I think, let me go back in the video a little bit so we can figure that out. So I can see, okay. So there is a railing on, okay, so there is railings on both sides. There is railings on both sides. And in the middle here, there's actually a railing in the middle as well. I go up these steps nearly every night, so it's insane that I don't remember a lot of this stuff. Because I probably should. Okay, so as for this over here, it is actually more, there's kind of like a little planter here It's kind of strange, but there's a little planter there, and then it kind of goes up here a bit at the top of the steps. Because that leads kind of like to the deck over here of this, but there's a little deck right here on the building. I think there's some small steps leading up to it, if I remember right. Actually go to the top up here. So yeah. Okay, so there is a gap there, and it is mostly like a little planter. Okay, I got some good shots. I got some angles. I knew what I was doing most of the time. So there's gonna be a little piece right here, and then the deck is gonna be, we'll make the deck right here, and it's gonna come out. It's that deck. Okay, I got shots of the entrance of. Okay, so yeah, the wall is also the base of the little deck out here. So the wall that's up against here is actually the base of the deck for this building. So there's a lot of stuff like that at Silver City, which is crazy. That can make it slightly difficult sometimes. Slightly difficult. Actually gonna go ahead and raise this one up a bit. Lower this down. Make sure there are absolutely no fighting textures, because we don't want that. Okay. It's definitely looking better than what it was, which, because there was nothing there beforehand, so. Okay, so we want to get our, take a good look at those railings. Up here. There's a railing in the center as well, so that will work. Let's see if we can kind of use these as a base. And adjust them as needed. That's why I usually copy paste, and then you can just adjust them to what you need them to be. I think there's just 2 posts on this one, so we're just going to take this post and stretch it up to up here. We're going to take this piece, that, and then adjust the adjust our angle of this. Right there. And there's a curved railing that actually goes into the concrete, which is interesting as well. So let's type Q. Let's do it right there. That's fine. It is fine. Yes, it is. Alright, the one in the center has the railing on both sides and actually does something kind of cool. So what we're going to do here is place that in. I'm going to do that, and then we're going to rotate this around. And it actually connects kind of like that, and it goes and a circle, and it's pretty cool. Kind of does that motion, which is pretty neat. So up here, we need another one of those curved pieces. Coming around, because we got to do the same thing on the top here. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we'll go over here. Probably gonna have to lower all these down because they're all probably a little bit too tall. So we want them to be kind of on the same page as the others. Dum-ba-dum. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Cheez-It? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Alright. We are coming together. Let's grab us some mulch here. Just gonna grab a big piece, because why not? You know, because I can. It's amazing how a simple set of steps can completely transform from looking so bare and ugly just by a little bit of scenery later, and boom. You know, so alright, we do have a barrel that does sit here. Actually, you know what, there's a better piece, because it's actually kind of more of a planter barrel piece, you know. I think it comes up if you type in planter. Yeah, this one. Be perfect for this spot. Yeah. Alright, so this is going to be covered up over here, so I have no problem with taking this and putting a wall over here, as long as we lower it enough, because that's all going to be covered up anyways, so we don't have to worry about that. Like so. Wall pieces, yes, they are Theme Maker's Toolkit, and they looked the best, so I went with them for this particular spot. Alright, that's looking pretty solid. Alright, so we do need to put in a tree over here, because Silver City's really weird like that, where they have trees just in the pathway a lot of the time. It's just off to the side, like it's not part of the part of this. We actually do need to get rid of these railings, because they don't actually exist here. And I wish I would have saw that before I placed them down. The only railings here are going upwards, or on the steps. So that's all we need for that. Okay, there is a random tree literally sitting off to the side here. So let's get that in there, I suppose. It's a pretty big guy too, like the base of it is anyways, pretty large. So we probably don't want to go with these guys. We probably want to go like either this one or these ones. I wonder if I get a good shot of the top of the tree to see what type of tree it looks like. Alright, so I get a good shot right here. You can see right there what it looks like. Yeah, the inside so much bigger than what it actually is. I did that. That's okay. Gonna have to live with it. We live with it. I do think that this type of tree is gonna be, it's the skinniest, and I think it's gonna work the best. If it goes inside a building, that's totally fine. It's not a big deal. Looks great so far. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. All right, so we're gonna go over here. This is actually transforms into the base. My gosh, transforms into the base of the next building over here. Yeah, it's bananas. It just never stops. Never stops. Everything likes to connect with each other, like different buildings and such. That's the thing about SDC. A lot of these buildings just love to connect and be part of one another. This is going to be the base of Percy's here, which is this restaurant that we have to connect it to. Okay, so we're going to rotate this. This wall is going to continue down this way. Actually, not too far. It's going to go up to where this base piece is there. That's where we want it. Make sure we don't have any fatting textures. There we go. That's the shape that we want for this. You best believe. And that's looking pretty solid. Yet this is just as I expected. That is a lamppost. So let's go ahead and build that said lamppost. It's pretty tall too. Gives us a little bit of light over here. Let's see, it's kind of got, we'll change the color after we place it down. Alright, so it is kind of like a greenish blue. Kind of a weird color. But now we're going to use kind of like these Alright, so this is the 2x10. I think the 2x10 will actually be pretty good here. So we're going to stick with that. We're going to use the 2x10 here. Alright, this needs to be 2x6 maybe. I'll go 2x6 here. There we go. And then we just got to get the lamp on the end there. Just a simple little lamp post here, nothing too fancy. Okay, so it uses more of a traditional, I guess, lamp. Is what it looks like. Oh, no. Ah, I messed that up. It will shed some light in that area. Oh, crap. Oh, I get a really good shot of grandfather's mansion. I just noticed as well, so. I tried to do a lot in this, So there's grandfather's mansion right there that we're gonna have to build. That's what I plan on doing next here. All right, so you do already have like a lot of the Christmas lights up, so hopefully that doesn't mess up my texturing here. And I can kind of get an idea where this is at. So the exit's gonna be kind of more over here. So it has like this brick texture for the exit of that. So let's start with that. It's gonna be the easiest one, and it is very simple. Like there's nothing too fancy going on here. There's not a lot of detailing. It's just that and then the door for the exit of it. So let's just find our brick texture here. It will work just fine. Maybe not this one, but this one. Or this one. If we change the color correctly. I think this one might be our best shot here. Okay, so this is where the exit of grandfather's mansion is going to be. We can, of course, adjust it later on where it needs to be sitting. But I wouldn't say it's quite 2 across. That's a little bit too big. I think it's going to be about 1.5. So if we do about there, it might work. Those textures are going to fight just a little bit. Might even be 1/4, like that big. And then I'd say it's about 2 height. Actually no, about. I'd say, let's go about right there. That looks good. And now we have our wooden wall texture here. We're going to use this one. And it's about 1 piece high, I would say. About 1 piece. And it's the same width here. And then we're going to change the color to that lovely faded blue that is on here. A little darker there. Probably around right there. That's beautiful. What's going on here? What are you doing? It doesn't want to go right there. Why? Everything's turned down. What is happening? There you go. It's like, why didn't you want to go there? All right, the rest of the building is going to be this guy. So the next part is about 1 wall piece, and I'd say probably around right there. It's going to go all the way down here. I would say it's actually not the same height here. It's actually, yeah, because there's a roof that comes down that we're gonna want to have to implement. Did I mess that up? I messed that up. And then there is a little bit of a tree in my way for the next side. Ah, crap! I swiped over and now it's at the beginning again. I was so confident that I was doing good. Hey, what's up, microwave burrito? Let me see if I get a closer shot of that side there. Of course, when we go up these steps, there it is. I actually get a good, clear shot of the next segment. The next section. Don't move there. No! I let go and it like... There's a spot I want it to stay at, and it won't stay, because... Okay. Right there. Don't move. Ah! This is why I do reference videos, so I can get as many angles as I can. Alright, stay right there. Don't move. Okay, so the next one is going to be... lower. There's barely even any gap there. So we'll go there. And there, we're gonna obviously have to move this a little bit. And then that is gonna connect to the entrance, which is actually pretty good right now. We're actually in a pretty good spot, because that entrance is gonna slant this way and connect to the general store over here. So what we're gonna do is rotate you a bit. All this should be behind just a little bit with the, because there's gonna be some planters right there. This actually ended up fitting a lot better than I thought it would. So we're gonna take this guy. He's gonna get split from the building because we need a slanted piece here. That's gonna line up for the entrance of Grandfather's Mansion. Okay, the entrance should actually be... Let me fast forward here because I did get a good shot of the entrance of it. At one point, there it is. Of course, when I let go, it messes it up. Okay, so it actually does sit behind, like, a little further back right here. Looking at that. It's gonna sit a little behind this, behind the general store here. Not by much, but just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. Are we making Grandfather's Mansion? Yes, we are. Okay, so... let's change the height here. Probably tip out right there. It's got a spire on the top of that one, so a little bit of a spire. And then this one should be actually a little bit lower just because that's gonna have a slant on it with the roof. I think. I could be completely wrong. Which means we probably should take these and go one more under here because they're floating. No floating allowed. Now there are some tiny little steps going up into it. Again, I would love to make this very much functional, if possible. I would love to do that. SDC's next coaster will be Fire in the Hole 2.0. And that's a fact. Kind of. Ba-dum, ba-da-dum. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Alright, this is definitely going to be one of the most progressive episode, or progressive streams I think we've had in a while. Alright, I like using this Theme Maker's Toolkit concrete. It's really, really good for this type of situation. We know another autosave already? Gosh, dang it. Darn it. Oh well. Dude, doing Christmas in Midtown is going to be insane when we do the Christmas version of this build. It's going to be insane. I think this is going to, doing this area with Grandfather's Mansion's really going to start filling in this area, because of course it's been very empty late up until we started actually working on it, so yay, you're still alive. Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be? Just waiting for this autosave to finish up. Need a bit longer. Almost. And I think we're back. Yeah. Okay. I didn't actually mean to place that yet. Alright, we want this to kind of look like the asphalt. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough with the, maybe a little bit. Like, it will be tough, but not horrible, okay? It's going to be a little challenging. I'll give it that. Because if we're going to want to make this functional, we've got to get a path back up in here, which is going to be a little bit of that challenge. Alright, I'll put this about right here, because if we put a path in there, it's going to fill that in. I'm going to lower that down just a pinch. And this is actually, in reality, a very thin piece of path. Very thin. Due to, because we gotta put the fencing up. I guess participate in the Hunger Games. Alright, let's see if we can get the fencing up. We should be able to just use the picket fence here. Either that one or this one. Probably just gonna use this one. I mean, I could do all custom fences, but I don't think I need to. There's some times where I'm just like, yeah, this fence will work just fine, you know? I think some people overthink it a little bit. Alright, to get those tiny steps, we should be able to use a shop to get the steps that we want in there. And I'm probably just gonna either throw in a shop or something in here and call it good. We don't need like, I really don't want to hide like a ride in here. Like, I know some people do that to get people or get their guests to go where they want. But I'm not a big fan of that. I don't really care for that. I don't really want that. I actually think this is connected to the general store a little bit, so. Bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum. Something I might do again, but maybe towards the end of the episode, is I'm going to change the terrain texture, because this is the asphalt. We want the city asphalt because that actually blends. If we switch this one to the city asphalt, all of these will blend in so much closer to the actual in-game path. It actually will work very well. And that's exactly what we want. All right, looking at the door, I think there's a door that would work perfect. In this particular video I took, it was closed already because the park was closed when I took it. But when the park's open, it will be open. So maybe we can do a door that is open. But for now, I mean, we don't have to do an open door. This red door actually looks pretty good. Like, not perfect, but it's pretty close. Pretty close. Okay, let's go up here. I'm gonna try and get that spire roof on here. The in-game one's actually gonna work perfect. Just gotta change the colors. Alright, now the tricky part here is going to be getting a pathway in here. Okay? Because, as you know, this is elevated off the terrain. So we might have to do a little bit of work here to get this to work. Hang tight. That one's not going to go go out anymore, probably because of this pathway right here. I was hoping to get here so we can not have any curbs here, but we'll see. It's not gonna let me place one there because the terrain's messed up. Okay. Best I can do is go around here. Okay. I think I can work with this. We're gonna work with it. You're back. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, we can work with this. We're gonna be able to. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. See if maybe we can smooth this out. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, now we gotta cover all that up. All this terrain. Because it looks kind of ugly. And I know one of the best ways to do it. Bushes. It's gonna work. Have you made Time Traveler yet? Not caught up on this. I did. We did make Time Traveler. Still got to do a lot of custom support work for it, but it's basically done. The building and everything for it is basically done. Don't go over there. It's right over here. Only custom support work I've done is on this drop and on the dive loop a little bit. I haven't even finished all of it, but it does have interior with the queue and everything, which is pretty cool. There's the first floor down here and the second floor. Third floor needs some work. I still need to make the gear properly up here. That was just a placeholder. That's not the actual gear that's going to be there. But yeah. Got a little Charles Henry's clock factory going down here. We even got the clock that ticks. Complete with the music, the soundtrack. Prepare for the journey of a lifetime. Well, unfortunately, these aren't the extreme spinning coaster trains, but it's about as close as we're gonna get right now. So, because they do not look like this. Even got the dings as it dispatches. Too bad I can't get it to rotate like it does, like with the magnets. Doesn't start spinning till you get into it. Oh look, they got a flyby with Thunderation. I've had ridden it a few times when it did that. It's pretty fun. I'm not exactly sure what the mod's called. It's called like No Limits something or something like that. So yeah, these are just the mock. These are mock trains, but they're not the extreme spinning coaster trains, because those don't exist in the game. So. Man, that's the one coaster type I wanted more than anything, was the extreme coaster model. All you gotta do is dream big and do good. But, yep. All you gotta do is dream big and do good. And of course we got Outlaw Run. With realistic RMC lift hill audio.
In the station. Thank you for heading out west on Outlaw Run. Keep a lookout for those outlaws and enjoy the rest of your day here at Silver Dollar City. Welcome, pioneers. Y'all need to stow all loose articles, and that means hats, cell phones.
There they go. Look at the shaping of that wave turn. And this barrel roll. Perfect.
That was a close call, folks. I think that varmint would still be chasing us if Marshal Wyatt hadn't cornered him back there. Here in Silver Dollar City, good guys always win.
And look at the queue. It's not too long of a line right now, which is good. Yep. Of course, everyone wants the POV. Here we go, we're at the top of the lift. Perfect. There we go. Get some reshade in there. I guess the sky doesn't really work very well with that, because that's for photos. Marshal Wyatt hadn't cornered him back there. Because here at Silver Dollar City, good guys always win. Time Traveler's POV is so, Gotta go seat view for this one. Because we want the spinning, right? There's parts that are actually pretty accurate with the spinning. Some of it's a little bit too much than what it would actually do, but it's actually not too bad. That first part right there, actually pretty accurate. The launch right here is a little too much. I've gotten it spinning pretty good in real life before, though. It's a little too much spinning on the loop. It doesn't actually do that. Same with this turn. My favorite roller coaster just in general, from any park, is Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point. Bum bum ba-dum bing ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-da ba-da da dun da-na-na ba-na-na-na-na-na-na of course, we got powder keg. Hey, that area is restricted. You smell smoke? Am I sad about Wicked Twister? I mean, I only wrote it once. I hope it gets relocated, but at the same time, it's not a huge deal to me if it gets scrapped. I will say, Powder Keg's underrated. Underrated when it comes to its floater airtime. It's got some really good airtime. What's your favorite ride at Disney World and Land? I've never been to Disneyland, and I've only been to Disney World once, pretty much. Well, I've been there more than once, but the first time I was like a baby, so I only really counted as once. And I don't know. If I'm able to count all 4 parks at Disney World, Hollywood Studios is my favorite park there, out of the 4. I don't know, I wasn't impressed with Disney. It's kind of hard to tell. Got Wildfire, which I also got custom lift audio for. Because I'm actually going to Florida in November this year, and not even going to Disney. I'm going to Universal. Universal's way better, in my opinion, but I think Universal's just so much better. I had so much more fun at Universal than I did Disney. Maybe it's because, I guess, Disney's more for families and kids. Universal, I guess, is also kind of still for family and stuff. But, yeah. But Universal, I feel like, has more stuff that I would enjoy, I guess. Yeah, GP loves Disney. But, in my opinion, Universal's the better park. Or Universal has the better parks. I say park, but they're more than one park, so. Burr, burr, burr. Doesn't Wildfire have a trim on the drop? Yep, and so does mine, right there. That's the shortest I could get it, I think. It's only 1 break, but for some reason it's huge. Actually, I'm not sure if I can make that short. I probably could, maybe. I'll have to check to see if I can make that smaller, because it's only literally 1 break. Because the trim's at the very bottom. And it also has a trim right here, right before the Cobra roll. It has 2 trims on it. But I had to make it like the least amount because it really isn't needed a whole lot on the ride, so. I just got the audio from at least I got the audios on a lot of stuff, but does Wildfire have catwalks on the trim? I mean, I'm sure it does, but not that long, because I can't freaking make the trim any shorter for some reason. Or could I? Actually, I think I could. Yeah, see, the trim brakes have to be really long, which is stupid. I don't know. A lot of the audio I recorded myself for some stuff, but some of the stuff's mine, some of the stuff I took from videos and edited the audio to what I need it to be. Like, Outlaw runs audios from the official POV for their lift hill. There's an official POV. I took the audio from it and then converted it into like an MP3 file and slapped it on in there, and you got custom audio. You should install the plan. I already have the mod. I already have it. I got, that's how I'm able to, you know, make vertical lifts on raft rides like this. Kind of hiding it inside the make-believe lift hill on Mystic. Putting spinning cars on launch coasters like Time Traveler. Like so. Oh, trust me, I already got the mod. I got it. Okay, let's get back to where we were. We're getting really sidetracked. We haven't done anything in a while. Okay. Choo choo. You know, I might be able to do that now with the mod. Hold on. Because I built this before I had the mod, so let me see if it's possible. Maybe that's the one thing the mod can't do. Because you can do short pieces on regular pieces. Yeah, you can't do it on trim brakes, though. You still can't do it on trim brakes. It's not an option. Why are the trim brakes have to be so long? I don't understand that. Yeah, you can't make, even with the mod, you can't use the trim brakes, make the trim brakes small. What's a great park to go to? I mean, there are a lot of great parks to go to, so there's so many. Mod where you can get all the DLC for free? No, just buy them. Support Frontier. Friction. I guess you could use friction brakes and just put the acceleration all the way down. That's actually a good idea. So if we did like a friction brake, why did it switch to the other side? We could do friction brake and just do target speed, deceleration rate, all the way down. And if we made it small enough, it probably wouldn't make a difference on. It probably won't like slow it down dramatically or anything like we would want it. Okay, so let's do an optional catwalk as well. Do this. Smooth it out. Because it's literally like one small break like that. I guess we could do that. That is true too. We could just do a regular track and do a custom piece on it. Let's see if this friction brake will work though. Alright, let's fast forward. Got that dispatch interval turned on so it doesn't dispatch for a minute. Let's see if that's gonna affect much. It shouldn't, because it's so small and everything. Still don't know why you can't make trims that small. Oh yeah, it's practically gonna do nothing. Looks like it's gonna be just fine. And then we're gonna have to do it over here too. Right before the Cobra roll. Because there's also a small one right before the Cobra roll. Selected, and it's practically gonna make it do nothing. There we go. And hopefully that should work. I didn't think about doing that for some reason. Because basically these trims don't kick on very much, I don't think. I don't think they do much, hardly at all on Wildfire, so it should be just fine. The way it is. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. We'll check back on it and see if that makes a difference. Okay, now back to Midtown. Because I want to decorate these a little bit. I say decorate, but I mean kind of like clean it up. Need to go into this video a little further. That's the end of the video. Let's go back down here on my reference. Well, I get a good shot of Sullivan's mill as well, so we can might start on it as well. Good shot of Percy's too. Oh my goodness, I swiped over and I can't believe I did that. And now I gotta find the spot I was looking at again. Push pause that way. I get exactly what I want to see. Fire in the hole. Can hear it all the way from over here. Jeez. It was must have been before that. Yep. Stop moving. When I let go, it sometimes tries to drag off my finger. That was a good idea, but thanks for that suggestion. I didn't think about doing like the friction brake and just making it extremely small. Oh, I think we're gonna autosave. Dag nabbit. Dag nabbit, look at the time. That coach from Topeka is running late the 3rd time this month. And don't give me that outlaw mumbo jumbo. Alright, so there's a small little white window right here. You know what? We're just gonna use this guy and make it white. Put him right about right here. Right there. And then we're gonna get our door. It's kind of a normal door, it's blue. It's actually a perfect color. Right there, there's a little platform on here. Since the terrain is uneven, there is a little platform there in real life as well. And up here there is a little little patio thing. We probably also want to put in right where it changes textures. It's actually going out too far. It's probably like literally like that. Literally. This is where the terrain's going to get tricky sometimes too, because if we're going to want to make this somewhat functional, we got to get it down here properly. Again, I'm not doing any sort of interior for grandfather's mansion, so because we'll have it pop out right here, and then yeah, it'll be pretty simple. I might, like I said, I might attach like some shops in there, or just some sort of something in there to attract guests to go in there. Maybe even some restrooms even. Alright, there's going to be more on the side here, so we do have space to go around like that. There's going to be a bathroom in there. Now, I don't know if I can make it to where people don't go in this way. We might not have the ability to do that. We're just probably going to have to live with it, but, yeah. We make it to where they're, maybe make it where they're more likely to go from this side, just because I'll have most of the stuff over here. Alright, let's put a gift shop. People like gift shops. And fun houses. Alright. Just a momento. Just a momento. Just a momento. This is where the curbs come in handy. This is the point where you don't want our guests. We don't want our guests to go where we don't want them to. So. Alright, hopefully we'll see some guests go through there. Hopefully. Look, they're going through here. Sweet. Alright, we do need to put some curbs down right here too. If there's path there. They most likely won't go through there to begin with, but we just want to be sure. Hear the steam train, choo-choo. I never thought I was going to be able to say I could make grandfather's mansion. But I did. I mean, it's not done yet, but you know. see, do I have a smaller piece of wood that I can use? Because that is a little big. We have a wooden pole. Oh, let's just use that. That'll work. Hey, they went through grandfather's mansion. Congratulations. You're the first guests to make it through. Look, guys, they actually went through grandfather's mansion. I don't speak Planko, so I don't know what they're saying. How dare you go through the planter slightly there. We're gonna fix this before I forget. I was so happy when they added these curb pieces in here. So I'm just like, dude, that's amazing, because now you can put stuff in the middle of the path and you can make it to where guests will walk around it. Instead of, you know, like... Alright, moment of truth. Let's see if these guys walk through it. Of course, it only matters if they're trying to cut it there. Well, it's working beautifully so far. See, everyone's avoiding the super steep hill right here. And this is really steep. I really hate it in real life. I hate walking up it. So the worst part is that at the end of the day, I gotta walk up that every time. So it's either that or Hill Street, or taking a really long way. And, you know. For this, we can just use this. This will be just fine. Dude, Christmas in Midtown is gonna be lit in this park. It's gonna be so bright. Actually, kind of excited to do the Christmas version. I'd love to maybe do the pumpkins or pumpkins in the city too. Just maybe. 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 Now there are some columns here that are nice white columns that we're going to build on the corners here. The buildings. It's a nice little trim. Just a memento, just a memento, just a memento, just a memento. La pa 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 pa, just a memento, just a memento. Just a memento. La pa 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 pa. You don't say. I never knew that about Ron. I didn't know that about Ron. No way. Really now? Please tell me more about your problems. On how dissatisfied you are with the park. So it sounds like you're pretty dissatisfied with that tone. Wow. Just that little bit makes it so much better. Just that little bit makes such a big difference. You know? So much. Don't forget about the crates. Crates versus barrels. Who will win? Are you team crates or are you team barrels? I think I'm a barrel guy. Just a momento. Just a momento. Ah, so you're going team crates, I see. Team crates, huh? Alright, let's see if we can just do a basic door up at the top here. Just a momento. Just a momento. Let's see, those are a little too steep for me. That won't work because again, we only have it's not a like proper size. It's kind of different. Just use a thatch roof. Yeah. Alright. Okay. So I do feel we will be able to make this work. We just gotta believe in ourselves. Yeah. Yeah. See, we're gonna slowly build around that way. It's gonna be great. Give me that Sullivan's Mill shot. Yes. It's actually gonna be really easy to make because it's like one of the most basic shapes too. So it won't be that hard. These, however, need to be changed. Well, I guess just need to change color. That's all. Go, kind of got that blue tint going for it, maybe closer to the green side. Woo-wee, we made it. Okay, Sullivan's Mill is gonna probably actually have the other wall, the other wooden wall. This roof is pretty steep. Need this color, that color, that color. That's the color I want. Oh, I have the wrong thing selected. I need this one. That's the one we need, because this is going to be pretty steep. I'm just going to build that back for now. That will probably go far back enough right there. Because that will be Sullivan's Mill. Which also has stuff like cinnamon bread and all that fun stuff. You know, it's got all that fun stuff. Okay, so this is going to switch over to this. Like so. And we're gonna need to do the same type of roofing for this one. This one is gonna hang over quite a bit though, so let's change down the size. Should it hang over quite that much? It's actually pretty close. I wouldn't say it hangs over that by that much, but it does by quite a bit. I'd say more along the lines of that, like that. So if you want your roofs to hang over a specific amount, just split them for building after you do that. That's how you do it. That's how we get it going. Alright, I'm going to give us a little bit more space over here, I think. If I can. Because we're going to need it. I'm trying to do this. So we're going to have one going up here, and then we're probably going to need to split it because there's a thing in the middle, and then there's stairs on the... It just makes it... It's kind of like another situation like we had to do over here by Crossroads Pizza. Almost on a smaller... but on a smaller scale where you have a hill going over here and then over here, and they connect at the end, but in between there's some steps. There's some stairs in our way that we're gonna have to figure out. How you doing? I haven't checked on your channel in years. How's the project going? It's actually going better than it ever has been. We're actually getting stuff done because we've been live streaming this every single Monday. We've been working on it every week. So that's the cool thing, is that we've actually been working on this a lot more than we usually have. So I'm hoping because of that, we'll actually get it done at some point. That's the idea, because you can see we finally got literally a few weeks ago, this was all empty. There was nothing here. Absolutely nothing here. Now we've got something to work off of, so that's cool. I wonder if there's any fences in here that I can use. That's gonna work for this over here. Could use these iron fences because it is pretty low, which is what we need. There's like this little iron fence that goes in here. I could have swore that sounded like, will he die? Yeah, someday, eventually. That's what the Planko language sounded like right there. I don't know if you guys heard that too, but that's what it sounded like to me. Oh, will he die? Oh, yeah, sure, eventually. Planko's a very strange language. Averta a Baloo. It's great to hear you used to love your content back in the day, but I haven't had the time to watch YouTube for the last while. I'll try to hop on your streams when I can. Gotcha. Like I said, we'll be live. We're live every single Monday, so been live for about a little over a month now. We've been live streaming every Monday on YouTube, and then Tuesdays on Twitch. So, and I've been able to keep up with it for the most part so far, so hopefully I can continue to do so. Alright, so I will need, I think I'm eventually going to get some reference photos for this area back over here. I'm going to get some video references over there of just walking around over here, and if there's any like small things usually that I'm still like, oh, how does that work or go in? You know, sometimes I'll go in and try and fix it up. So that's typically what we're gonna do. Yeah, Midtown is starting to come together. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. And I am working on pumpkins right now, so we're in pumpkins in the city right now, which means like we're open real late every day for an entire month. It's like a full month of Moonlight Madness pretty much. Just crazy. Alright, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a picture of our terrain selection here. That way, because if I do change it, you have to go back and put it back in the same, because it's gonna reset all of them. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and do a manual save, which takes a moment, and then we're gonna go back in because I want to change the terrain of the asphalt from regular asphalt to the city asphalt, which will blend in with our regular path a lot better. So that's what we want to do. It's going to take a moment to save here because it always takes a long time to save this park. City scenario. One thing I'm thinking about doing on my next PC upgrade, my next upgrade is going to get rid of all my hard drives and go all just SSD. I think that's something I want to do. So I'll just go straight up SSD only. Yeah. I think it worked. We saved, right? I always forget if I saved the first time. So I always end up doing it like a second time, you know? Because I always forget. I always forget everything. Every single time. Now I'm sitting here for a lot longer, and I'm just like, surely I did, because I don't know why it takes so long just to get onto this page and click save. I don't know why that's such a hassle for the park. I understand it's like doing the same as as it would with a autosave, but see how much faster the second time was? Why can't it be like that the first time? I'm hoping maybe like if I get everything on an SSD, everything will actually load a little bit faster, and maybe it will help with like the autosaves too. I don't know. But I think Planet Coaster is the only game I have like installed on my SSD. It's a SATA SSD, but like maybe it's because the save files are on the hard drive. Maybe I don't know if that's a thing. The game itself might be on an SSD, but the save files might be on a hard drive, potentially. So if I just get everything on SSD, just everything, should fix everything, right? Alright, if I remember this right, if we go over here and we click this little button right here, we can change the biome. So, yeah, but as you can see, it changes everything back. So you want to get everything correct, otherwise everything that's like, as you can see right here, I gotta get this in the correct order, because everything that was the one is now going to be the other. So if I change it to the incorrect one, we might have some issues. So this one, we want the city tarmac. We were on the studio asphalt, but we want the city tarmac because that very much resembles the right thing. Okay, so I think it's just going to go left and right because that looks about right. That's correct. That's correct. That's still the same. I haven't changed that one. Haven't changed that one. Only thing I changed was this one, I think, to the mud. This one. I think that's the only difference. I think that's everything right there. So if we load that in, everything should be the same except for the city it's now city tarmac instead of the asphalt. That's why I took a picture of it, because I was like, it resets it back to the beginning. It doesn't like, you don't like change what it was, like it just goes back to its default setting. So we're gonna load it up this way, and then if it's correct, we'll save it. Everything should be correct. Like I said, the city asphalt should now be where in place of the old asphalt should be. So that's where we are. I've been meaning to do this for a while because I want it to blend in with the pathway. That way, if you have little gaps, that you can fill it in. It almost fills in flawlessly. You got to look really close actually to have it make a difference. Now you guys will get an idea of how long it takes to load Silver Dollar City. These load times are insane. Hopefully, maybe they can do something about that one day. Maybe. Ba-dum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum da 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 ba-da ba 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 ba-dum bum 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 bum. Bum 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 da 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 ba da da ba bum wah ba da ba bum. Well, I guess while we're waiting, let's see. Oh, okay, so that's how it works. I'm playing with stuff. And ever since I made those changes on OBS, the stream goes a lot more smooth on Planet Coaster, which is great. It kind of looks frozen. Ah, there it goes. By the way, a new episode of Oberon should be coming soon. I think I'm going to be recording another episode, so... Not making promises, like I always say. Because I can't make promises, because I can't always keep them, apparently. So, let's just say, I have plans on recording another episode. You know? On my days off, I always get so busy, so I sometimes hardly have time to do streams. Ah, look. It didn't take too long. Alright, let's see how this turned out. So this was all covered up, and the, thing. Let's make sure this is all right. Looks the same, except this has been changed to city tarmac, which should look good. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Definitely a lot better. Because the other one was really, really dark, and it was like very, very noticeable. So I think that is good. And if the sun hits it correctly, it makes it really a little bit easier to see, but like if you're in the right angles and stuff and stuff, it blends in a lot better. Like zoomed out and stuff. This one's a little noticeable just because there's so much space there, but if you have like the tiny spots just to go in, you know, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Let's make sure all our like the Outlaw Runs area looks okay. Yep. Make sure all the terrain's still the way it should be. Just making sure of all that. I don't think that took too long. It took a few minutes, but it wasn't too terrible, I don't think. Oh, there's people in line for fire in the hole. What? Oh, they're cutting through the gate. That's a safety violation. That's a perimeter violation right there. I guess there's actually people riding the ride. This ride's so unpopular because it has such a low excitement rating because you can only do so much with scenery on coasters. So. All numbers coming, riding fast, armed with rifles, wearing masks. All numbers coming, draw near, everybody's heart is filled with fear. Run, boys, run, don't be slow. Ball numbers coming, there's fire in the hole. Run, boys, run, don't be slow. Ball numbers coming, there's fire in the hole. See if the audio will actually work here. Yay. Come on. No, don't cut out. It keeps cutting out. Why does it cut out? There it goes. You come back in here and put on your pants. The dang ball knobber stole them. Stole them? Here's a pair of laughs. Ha 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 ha. Love how you can hear Outlaw run through here. This is the pitch black section where you can't really see anything. It's supposed to be that you should be able to hear the song from there, but I guess it might have been on the in between where it wasn't playing. There's Kenny Bridge. People look so bored when they're riding this ride. But it's supposed to be like a dark ride, so it just doesn't work with Planet Coaster's algorithms or whatnot for excitement. I'll see, she got a little excited there. She liked that drop a little bit. See, she's having a little fun. Oh, and she's back to being bored again. Oh no, it's a train. They like that. At least they like something. See, she's having a good time. You liked fire in the hole, right? Maybe. Orkin, run higher, I'll never set this town on fire. This peaceful village was our hometown, but the bald nappers came and burned it down. Run, boys, run, don't be so, ball in the mountain, fire in the hole. Let's run, don't be slow, fire in the mountain, fire in the hole. Horses all over town, thundering hooves and jarring the ground. Women and us hanging around, all our homes are ashes now. Mountain, fire in the hole, fire in the mountain, fire in the hole, fire in the mountain, fire in the hole, fire in the mountain, fire in the hole. Oh look, it's Halloween in game. October 31st. We just switched over to another year. Ding. Whoa.
That was a close call, folks.
Life is simple when you're working real hard. Fire in the mountain. Bam, bam. If only you could get that view in real life. Alright, lightning rod. Lightning rod's not in this park. It's at Dollywood. This is Silver Dollar City. I can ride Outlaw Run. Dream big, do good. We're entering the most underdeveloped part of the park, so I don't know why I'm walking this way, but I am. Look, we can make it where the clouds are just moving. It's Mystic River Falls. Go back here to Wilson's Farm, home of the giant barn swing. Look at that. Might even make that a screenshot right there. Boom. Wilson Farms. Giant barn swing. What's up, Variety? How's it going? I'm waiting for the swing to do some cycles. Life is simple on the farm, darling, when you coming. It's probably copyrighted, so I don't want to get struck for that. Don't miss Outlaw Run. I heard something about some sort of rollback. I bet it wasn't anything major. That the two trains may have collided, but if they did, I bet it was only going like 2 miles an hour probably. So I doubt it was anything major. That's my take on it. Do I absolutely know? No. Of course, I don't believe most people, you know, unless you were there, you don't know anything about it. Just plain and simple. Let's get some photos here. Honestly, every time I've gone to Dollywood, lightning rod's been running beautifully. Ba-dum, bam, bam, ba-dum. We gotta get out of here. Copyright Central. Go on the observation deck. But if we...
West on Outlaw Run. Keep a lookout for those outlaws and enjoy the rest of your day
Here at Silver Dollar City.
Welcome, pioneers. Y'all need to stow all loose articles, and that means hats, cell phones, cameras.
Yeah, I feel like people mostly exaggerate stuff, so...
When you're all comfy in your seat with your feet on the floor and your back against the seat back, go ahead and buckle your seat.
What's up, partner?
Our stagehands will let you know when to pull down your
Just walking around in Tejicam.
Keep your hands and feet inside the stagecoach at all times.
Buy some outlaw merch. Yeah. Alright, let's get out of here before we get copyright struck for... Actually, we can pause it so we can get rid of that music. Alright, we're good now. We're out of that strike zone. Out of it. Yeah, it was nothing major, and I hadn't heard anybody about getting injured on the ride, or getting injured or anything. Probably no more than evaluated. People always overreact, like, oh, they went to the hospital. Usually they just get evaluated and get released, you know, at most. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure they'll figure something out to where that can't happen again, and then it'll open back up. A lot of people are like, oh, I've even seen posts like, oh, they're going to take it out. I was like, I think it's more of a minor issue that could probably be easily fixed. Which I'm surprised there isn't like some sort of break after it comes through that turn. Maybe there's literally, this is probably all they could or would have to do. Just put in a new brake right there, like at the beginning of the ride, to where if it does roll back, it's gonna for sure stop it right there before it re-enters the station, before it could re-enter the station. Because being a launch, you know, there's no anti-rollbacks. It's gonna roll back. So, and I don't know if there's anything to stop it from going back into the station or not, but. Of course, I'm no engineer, so I don't know what would work. But, that's okay. I'm sure it'll be just fine. I need to fix that fence eventually. But, the recreation's looking great. I think I'm going to get more footage this next week over here so we can continue down this way with all that, those buildings and stuff. And we'll continue on that next time. So as much as I want to do more, you know, I'm not sure if I'm going to. So I think I'm going to end the stream here for now. We did go an extra hour on this one, longer than usual. I might actually come back and play some Fortnite. I don't know, something like that. Who knows? But anyways, I thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back again in SEC next week. Hopefully we should be live tomorrow. Probably be early tomorrow because I'm going to be busy tomorrow night. So tomorrow's stream on Twitch will probably be early afternoon or in the morning. So but I hope you guys just got here. I'm sorry, there's a lot of people that happens. But as soon as the stream ends, you'll be able to watch the whole thing if you want. So or watch whatever parts you want. There's just nothing really else to work on right now. I mean, there is, but like, it's all I really feel like. Like on this park, I always get, I don't know if overwhelm's the right thing, but I can't do too much at once. Like, I can't work on it too much, or I get kind of burnt out, I guess you could say. So I can only work a little bit at a time. That's why I kind of been doing these weekly streams, doing just a couple hours, and calling it good for there. So, but that way I'm at least getting some stuff done every single week, and that this isn't going untouched for ages, for months sometimes, you know. So we're at least working on it every single week and getting a little bit done at a time. Then hopefully it'll eventually all come together. So, but thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys being here. You guys are amazing. We'll be back again tomorrow on Twitch. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch, make sure you go over there so you don't miss the stream tomorrow. It'll be another early stream tomorrow, and I will catch you guys then. So have a great day and even cooler tomorrow, guys. I'm going to catch you guys next time. Thanks, and goodbye.